Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Run With Me at 50 Plus and I am Amanda. As you can see in the description, I will be doing a recap of the state of Philadelphia where I ran the 2025 Philadelphia Marathon. So we are on this journey for those who may not know where I'm trying to run a marathon in all 50 states. So first off, I am going to start by showing you the apparel and the hardware. Okay? Then we'll jump right into a recap of the race and the highlights of the race. So first off, it's the t-shirt. This is a long t-shirt, as you can see. It has the seal on here that says Philadelphia, seal of the city of Philadelphia on this side. And there's nothing on the back or on this sleeve here. And this is what's on the front. It actually has the Liberty Bell and it says 2025 Philadelphia Marathon 26.2, and it's the AACR Philadelphia Marathon, and that means American Association for Cancer Research. So that is what this marathon is raising funds for. So let's dive right in. Oh, I'm sorry. The clinkling and sound that you hear, let me show you. That is the actual medal. This is the medal for the 2025 Philadelphia Marathon. Isn't that cute? Has a little bell in there from the Liberty Bell. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. You see the Rocky statue down there, and turn around on the back. And this is it on the back. I put my time in there and my name. So that's what we're working with. So now let's dive right in. First off, we're going to start with travel. Now, this race was, of course, it took place in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So travel for my typical races are to fly there on a Saturday, run the race on Sunday, drive home. This is not what happened here. We were doing the whole most on this trip. So basically, I left on Thursday. We drove from Georgia to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So we drove there, and we also, while I was there to run the marathon, we were also there to watch a football game as well, which was in a different state. Yes. So yeah. So there's definitely a story behind this one, but hey, we made it work. We had fun and we enjoyed everything. So now, as it relates to the travel, we're going to continue on. Like I said, we left here on Thursday. We got there on Friday, so we drove straight from Georgia to Philadelphia so that we could get to the expo as soon as it opened. So we drove there to get to the expo. So we made it there right when the expo was opening. So that is my segue for jumping right into the expo. Now, as it relates to the expo, it was at the convention center because there was another event going on there at that convention center, and they also routed us like all the way around the convention center. So we walked like a mile to get around the convention center when we should have took a left, and we would have went right into the area where they were doing the expo for the Philadelphia Marathon. But we were following the guidance and directions of the event people that were out there.
That was insane.
Oh, there it is.
Hello, hello, hello. I am out here at the Philadelphia Marathon Expo in search of how to get inside the building so that I can actually get my race bib. So that's what I'm doing today. I think I've walked all the way around the convention center. So I've probably put in about a mile so far already. But hopefully we are getting closer to the entrance. This is the crowd that I have with me. So I'm just following the crowd, and we're trying to get in so we can get our race bibs so that I can go and relax. So this is all I have for you beautiful people, and I will see you inside the expo. All right, we're back. I'm finally inside now, and I can go and get my race bib. We literally had to walk all the way around this entire building when the guy could have just told us to loop it back to the left and go to the other side. So yes, so now we're here. Let me show you where we are.
Let's go on this side.
All right, so let's walk inside, find our race bib.
Let's get some socks. You guys walk around all the way in line. I will say I don't think I was really shopping.
We gotta get expo.
I'm assuming this long line, yet again, is the line for the bibs.
Is this the line for the
I think so, yeah. I think it is. All right, we secured our bib. So now we're headed to, I guess, shirt and bag pickup. It's chaotic in here. All right, we're back. I have my bib secured and I have my t-shirt secured. So I don't really care for the t-shirt this year. It's a long sleeve tee. I'll show it in a video, of course, or whatever, but I don't really care for it. So yeah, I'm gonna walk around the expo now, kind of see what's going on. So there's that. We get into the expo, we get our race bib, and we get our shirt. And so I just kind of walked around, did some filming of the expo, and like I said, it wasn't a whole lot of difference. These expos, they tend to kind of be very similar with it, with the different vendors they have, the shoe vendors, the nutrition vendors, little games you could play to win little freebies, other vendors in the areas like hospitals and military vendors, and recruiting, just all the local vendors, and some that were from afar as well. But you start going to all these different expos, they start to run together. But yeah, it's nothing that kind of stood out to me about this expo. So let me back up real quick. Now, I knew I had to do the Philadelphia Marathon because I am a diehard Philadelphia Eagles fan. So there's that. So that had to be done. So that was that. That was the expo. And yes, actually I drove, like I said earlier, on this trip so it was me and my daughter. And so yes, that was that. We did the expo. I was in and out of the expo probably in about 30 to 45 minutes, just walking around, getting my race bib and my race t-shirt. Nothing out of the ordinary there. So from there, remember, keep an eye on this story. Try to stay with me. We drove to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, but we were also there to go to a football game. So this was Friday. So Friday night, we drove back to Maryland. So we drove back to Maryland and we stayed in Tacoma, Maryland. And the next morning we had dinner. We went to where did we go? We went to an Asian restaurant and had dinner that night. The next morning was Saturday, because remember the marathon isn't until Sunday. So the next morning was Saturday. So we got up and we went and we had breakfast. Then from there, we actually went to the football game that we were going to attend, which was a Howard University and Norfolk State University football game. So we actually attended this football game. It was like 2 or 3 in the evening. So that's how all that happened. So once the football game was over and everything, right? So I take my daughter back to the Airbnb, right? My clothes and everything for the race are already packed in my vehicle. I drive back to Philadelphia that night. So from Maryland, DC area, back to Philly that night. So yes, that's what I did. Had a hotel, ate dinner and everything. I don't even remember what I ate that night, but ate dinner and got in bed so I can be up and ready for the Philadelphia Marathon the next morning. So that's how that went. So checked out of the hotel 4 o'clock Sunday morning. Went and grabbed my friend who typically runs the marathons with me. She was in another hotel, which was like maybe 6 minutes away from my hotel. Pick her up and we go and we park and we get on the shuttle to the start line of the Philadelphia Marathon. Yeah, so that's how it's crazy to kind of play it back now, but that's what happened with that. We started the race and everything started. And during this race, the start line is at the Philadelphia Museum of Art, and the finish is at the the start and finish is at the same location. It's the Philadelphia Museum of Art and the Rocky statue. So that's where it started and finished. So yeah, along the course, it was kind of a flat course, I would say. I don't know, I just felt kind of a little bit congested. I don't know if it was from the participants and the supporters, but it seemed like, I don't know, the buildings and the areas that we were running down. I know downtown, when you first start, of course, it's a little bit congested. So some of the historical landmarks that we ran by, though, were, of course, the Liberty Bell, Independence Hall. We went down, we started out down Benjamin Franklin Parkway. And yeah, so from there we went to down Kelly Drive, and where else did we go? I think it was, I can't think of what the riverbanks were. But anyway, so we went down a couple of neighborhoods, University City, and we did that challenging, like anybody who knows about running this marathon, the Manayunk turnaround, which was somewhere around mile 20. Now that you know that you're headed back, we also passed by the Eastern State Penitentiary and the Fairmount Waterworks. So those were some of the landmarks and highlights of the race. There was about 17,000 marathon runners. So yeah.
Congratulations, Amanda. Thank you.
Great job. Photo? Thank you so much. Photo with your medal? Sure.
You got one with you.
Together? Yeah.
After it was over, I sat over there by the Rocky Statue, took a couple of pictures, and I actually did end up waiting on my friend until she was done. Took her back to her hotel. So that's kind of how everything went with that, because I think she had an early flight that was gonna leave Monday morning. So remember, I'm in Philly, but I have an Airbnb in Maryland. So after the race was over, right? Hello, hello, hello. I am driving from Philadelphia back to Silver Springs, Maryland, because that's where our Airbnb is for this weekend. We killed two birds with one stone. So I did a marathon in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, by way of Washington, D.C., to go and see a Howard University versus Norfolk football game. So yeah, so that's why I had my daughter with me, and that's what we did. So yeah, it's been a lot of road tripping this weekend, but we enjoyed it. So I'm en route back to the Airbnb, gonna chill, give me a good shower in, give me some food, and watch my Philadelphia Eagles play the Dallas Cowboys. So this is all. Signing out. I did not get anything to eat. I dropped her off, got back on the road from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, back to Maryland. So that's what I did. So I drove back in my sweaty clothes, didn't take off my running shoes, nothing, had the medal around my neck, drove all the way back. Got back there, I was able to shower, get situated, because the Eagles were going to play that night. They were actually away playing the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas, Texas. So I finally got showered and comfortable and everything. And the Airbnb had this sectional sofa, with the ottoman at the end. And oh, that was perfect. And right there was this like big 75-inch screen TV. So I was able to sit there and watch the game. And I was able to convinced my daughter to go pick up me some dinner before she went out with her friends, and it was lovely. I got my dinner, sat there and watched the game, and everything went well. And so once that was said and done, the night went well. We woke up, that would have been Monday morning, and probably around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, we drove back from Tacoma, Maryland, back to Georgia. So yeah, that was a lot of driving and a lot of activities going on in that weekend. I was very tired from that weekend. My daughter was very tired from that weekend, but we made it happen. We had fun here and there, and everything was great. So yeah, that's pretty much how the Philadelphia Marathon 2025 recap went. like I always say, I will try and incorporate some videos and everything and pictures into these into this video so that you can kind of see what happened along the way. That's going to end this video. Let me know if you ran the 2025 Philadelphia Marathon. Let me know your pros and cons of that marathon, because like I always say, there are people who may want to run these races in the future and they're looking for information on the races. Also, if you do have any questions about the race, leave me a comment below and I'll try my best to answer it. This is all I have for this video. Please consider subscribing to my channel. I want to grow this channel and this community as we all, continue to run, and especially for those women who are over the age of 50, like myself, who's still running. And this is all I have for this video. Peace.